So we've been doing a lot of reaction videos to mock drafts by the experts. Now, yeah, it's really easy content because like, oh, here's our thoughts on their thoughts. What are your thoughts? That whole thing. But then I remembered, oh, we should probably do some original stuff too. So here's our first round mock draft. I don't know, 17.0. It's still January, but what can you do? So a couple developments here. Matthew Stafford and the Lions announced that they will be consciously uncoupling. So we actually have Matthew Stafford being traded to the Colts in this scenario. And then, you already see the craziness because, I mean, may as well do the trades right now. So the Lions coming all the way up, swappy with the Jets, giving some nice cash, moving from 7 to 2. Probably 2 first rounders and a second. Somewhere in there because they're going up because they know. All right, Stafford is out. It's a Brad Holmes era. Got Dan Campbell, You want to get your quarterback of the future. Well, no, hold on. All right, so boring. You should almost start every mock draft at 2, even though it's a non-zero chance that Urban Meyer goes to Justin Fields or maybe even Zach Wilson. You don't know. We don't know. Let's get nuts here. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars, boring. But 2 Lions. Man, this kind of sucks because the Lions are in a good and bad position because good, 7, probably going to be in the realm of Trey Lance or, definitely Mac Jones should be there. But you just feel like you're so close. Yeah, like you're so close to one of the top 3 guys. And if you're fully sold on a Justin Fields or a Zach Wilson, go get him. Go get him. And you may have to go to 2 instead of 3 because if you go to 3, and then maybe a team that wants a quarterback even more will jump you at 2. So you don't know. But, yeah, Brad Holmes doing a deal with the Jets, doing a deal with the Devil, moving on up from 7 to 2. Whew. So what do they do? Getting their guy, Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. Now, this sucks. As a Vikings fan, this absolutely sucks because the potential is there. Yes, not a Power 5 guy. Yes, you question the competition. Yes, you do wonder if he's a one season wonder, but damn, Gina. Zach Wilson, cannon arm, accuracy for days. Some of the plays that he makes off schedule, off platform, are just wow. And I know we've been bludgeoned to death with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields for the past 3 years, but my goodness, Zach Wilson. My goodness. So this sucks. 3. So the Dolphins would ideally like to. Oh, we didn't even talk about. So the Patriots traded up from 15 to 4. The Falcons are like, okay, we're going to try and roll out with Matt Ryan for another hot second, even though at this spot we could probably get Justin Fields, or you definitely will get Justin Fields at this spot. But yeah, Patriots, Bill Belichick, we decided we're just going to trade up and we're going to make a couple moves here. Because at 15, it's not a great spot because you do need a quarterback. And if they miss out on Deshaun, if they miss out on Stafford, probably won't sign Fitzmagic, although Fitzmagic with Belichick would be hilarious. So, I mean, the top 4 quarterbacks will likely be gone. And if a team knows that the Patriots are dialed in on potentially Mac Jones, maybe even Kyle Trask, but probably not, at 15, they could leapfrog him, which would be great for the Vikings. So, Belichick decided to take the bull by the horns. I ain't miss the playoffs again. Especially with Tom Brady's going to win a 7th Super Bowl ring. Screw that noise. So the Patriots traded all the way up from 15 to 4. Probably a couple of ones. Probably some other junk in there. But 3, Dolphins are like, well, crap. We wanted to trade down, but what can you do? So they're coaching the South team. No, wait. The North team, one of the teams. But yeah, Devontae Smith is going to be at the Senior Bowl, so they'll get a up close and personal look at him. Plus, I'm sure Tua will provide a glowing scouting report as well. So getting a true wide receiver 1. Again, I like Devontae Parker. I like Preston Williams, but I mean, Devontae Parker is that dude. He is absolutely that guy. 4, so Patriots coming on up. How could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? Where Justin Fields with that arm, that talent, Josh McDaniels going to work with him hand in glove, and wow. Why? 5, Bengals, watching all this nonsense ahead of them. They're like, okay, I know that Daniel Jeremiah went Rashawn Slater here, but Penny Sewell, I mean, come on. Protect the Burrow. Just plop him in at left tackle. Move Jonah to guard or right tackle or whatever, and get rid of Bobby. Get him out of there. 6, Eagles. Yes. So Could go offensive line. They're a mess there. Cornerback is also a mess besides Slay, but they do need a wide receiver this year because hopefully Jalen Reagor will stay healthy. I still believe in his talent, but I mean, their feel-good story with Travis Fulgham coming on in, having a bunch of catches. Now, you need to freshen up that talent room. Don't want to pass on another LSU wide receiver. Jamar Chase is a bird, man. 7, so the Jets trading down from 2. This is a Lions spot. So they're going to build around Sam Darnold. May as well give him the best opportunity to succeed. So Jalen Waddle, come on in. You got your run on quarterbacks as well as wide receivers. The burner for Darnold. Really nice pairing with Mims. And, I mean, you're feeling good. I mean, if Sam Darnold can't succeed with Jalen Waddle, Denzel Mims as your receiver, and plus Mekhi Becton's looking like a pretty damn good left tackle, and you're going to rebuild that offensive line, I don't know. Plus Mike LaFleur, is he the older or younger brother of the 12-year-old boy? Younger brother, right? So he's an 11-year-old boy? Doesn't matter. 8, Panthers. No pants for Trey Lance. Oh! So again, once again, the Panthers just sit above the fray, and they're like, okay, Teddy Bridgewater is going to be that bridge quarterback. I get it. But Trey Lance, he should have been invited to the Senior Bowl. I mean, they should have just waived the rules and said screw it. But Trey Lance, big jump. FCS, 1 year, redshirt freshman 2019. So, yeah, the jump to the NFL, just give him a little bit of time. But, I mean, those weapons, and McCaffrey and Joe Brady, let's go. 9. So the Broncos miss out on quarterback. They're going to be stuck with Drew Lock for a season. It's whatever. Maybe they'll go after Fitzmagic. That would make sense. But 9, the Broncos. Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, offensive guard from Northwestern University. Now, you could easily see cornerback in this spot since we haven't cracked cornerbacks quite yet. They had their choice. But offensive line was booty this year. Even though they do have Garrett Bowles, Juwan James is coming back from an opt-out. Dalton Reiser, I still believe in him, the pride of Kansas State. But yeah, freshening up the offensive line, plopping Slater in as a guard or maybe even a tackle, depending on what you want to do with James long term. There you go. 10, Dallas Cowboys. Man, I mean, Micah Parsons is still on board, and that would be, it would be BPA, but that would be a little bit of overkill, even though Sean Lee is aged out, Van Der Esch and Jalen are looking damn good, but, I mean, when do you have 3 linebackers on the field anymore in the modern NFL? But, yeah, Caleb Farley, pride of Virginia Tech, has the size and the length, best press man cornerback in the draft, as we're watching the Chiefs just finish off the Bills here. But, yeah, I almost went Micah, but that cornerback room is just sparse. 11, Giants. So they can certainly go BPA here. Micah Parsons is definitely tempting, but Kyle Pitts just hits different. He does. And I know the Giants fans may be apprehensive because, we have a wide receiver playing tight end in Evan Ingram. Now Kyle Pitts is twice the player of Evan Ingram and then some. I've even seen the comparisons, Kyle Pitts to Plaxico. If they put him at wide receiver, I could see that. It's kind of funny. But Daniel Jones, give him the best shot. Give him some weapons in the Big Apple. There you go. 12, Eastern New Jersey. 12, Niners. So would ideally love to have a quarterback. Might be a little bit too early to crack on Mac Jones in here. But Micah Parsons, BPA. Him and Fred Warner together doing work. That's gross. Like, Micah Parsons and Fred Warner together are like the modern-day Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis. It's just really gross. I don't think the Niners can pass up on that value. 13, Chargers. So, offensive line, major need. Cornerback, a major need as well. But, yeah, definitely going cornerback here. Patrick Surtain, the second, coming out of Alabama. Second best wide receiver on the board, debatably. Maybe even the first on some boards. But Hayward, Harris are both 31, both getting up there in age. They got rid of Desmond King as well. So, yeah, they got rid of Desmond King the second. They need another second in their secondary. Nailed it. 14, Vikings. So, I mean, you have your choice here. You got Kwity Paye, you got Rousseau, you got Aziz, you got Tevin Jenkins, you got Vera Tucker, you got Darisaw. Got a lot of options here. J.C. Horn's on board, but I don't think he can pass it up. And if this happens, I'll be happy as a clam. Christian Darisaw, the pride of Virginia Tech. Plop him in at left tackle. Great in the run game. Phenomenal as a pass setter as well. And just can get after it. Great movement skills. Hell of an anchor. Great recovery as well. And I'm sorry, Ezra. Like, I understand this is circumstances. Like, we could force a guard pick here and kick you out at left tackle. But this is potentially one of the best tackle classes in NFL history. And tackle is a more valuable position than guard. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we're taking Christian Darrisaw, so lump it. You're gonna have to be a guard, man. Plus, sorry, Riley Reef. So you're gonna have to take a pay cut or a cut or kick into guard, or we'll trade you. One of the 4 options. Pick one. 15. So I got the Falcons trading down from 4 to 15, and then the Patriots come all the way. No, I got Justin Fields, and I don't know. All right, so 15 Falcons. I mean, they could take Mac Jones. You could have your cake and eat it too by trading down from 4 to 15, getting a guy like Mac Jones. I think that Arthur Smith would work great with him, but I mean, the Falcons have just been searching for that edge. Like, when was the last good Falcons edge rusher? John Abraham, Chuck Smith, going all the way back. But Kwity Paye coming out of Michigan can set the edge, trading down and still getting the best edge rusher. I think that's a phenomenal value for the Falcons in this spot. 16 Cardinals, man. I don't know. Like, you go offensive line, you could go cornerback if they lose Patrick Peterson here. They're all over the place. Like, they're a good, bad 8-8 team, but Cardinals. So Gregory Rousseau, edge rusher, defensive lineman out of Miami. They drafted a defensive weapon last year in Isaiah Simmons, and they got another one with Rousseau. They can line him up inside, outside, opposite of Chandler Jones. There's a lot of options here, and again, I like Rousseau. I'm not in love with him, but I can certainly see the upside. 17, the Raiders. So could go secondary, could go edge rusher, could go some offensive line, depending on what happens with free agents. But the Raiders, Azeez friggin' Ujulari. That's right. So put him up with Max Crosby and just go get it. Like, just rely on just pure edge talent, and they'll figure out everything else as you go along. Like Azeez, Diet Von Miller. Maybe store brand Von Miller. I'll take it. 18 Dolphins. Travis Etienne out of Clemson. So yeah, if you're going to give Tua a shot, give him a damn shot. So you get wide receiver 1 in Devontae Smith, as well as you get running back 1 in this draft, Travis Etienne. And I know Myles Gaskins looked really good towards the end of last year. Use them both. Use them both, because I think Travis Etienne could legitimately be a Christian McCaffrey type back, where he's just as good of a receiver as he is a runner, explosive, and can really get after it. I think he'll be an asset right away down on South Beach. 19, Washington. You got Heineke, so now you got to protect him. So Tevin Jenkins coming out Oklahoma State. Now, I do like him. Put him in at left tackle. You finally have the replacement for Trent Williams. Now, they could go quarterback here with Mac Jones, or maybe even Kyle Trask. That would make a lot of sense. But I do like Jenkins here as value. Think of him as a high-end Riley Reef when he was coming out of Iowa in 2012. 20 Bears. Taking part of this deep offensive line, offensive tackle class, if you consider Vera Tucker a tackle, which he played at USC this year. He's probably better as a guard, but can kick inside at least to start, tripling up with James Daniels and Cody Whitehair. Definitely an improvement over Alex Barse and Jermaine Ifedi. But Vera Tucker, could he potentially kick out to left tackle, replace Leno? Yeah, maybe. 21 Colts. So like we said, they got Stafford in the building. So now it's time to replace Anthony Costanzo at the left tackle spot. Sam Cosmi, come on down, physical freak, absolute peak athlete coming out of Texas. And yeah, just watching Matthew Stafford's blindside. And I like the Colts, man, because they won 11 games this year. They were contending the entire time. Phillip Rivers did a fine job. Like, he wasn't vintage Phillip Rivers, but he was certainly good enough. I think Stafford has a couple good years left in him. And considering the weapons of Jonathan Taylor-Thomas, Pittman, Indianapolis is intriguing. And I do like Frank Reich. I think they're doing really good things there in Indianapolis. Next up, so the Titans at 22, AFC South back-to-back, Texas back-to-back. Is Texas back? No. But Joseph Asai, edge rusher, coming out of Austin, where I've been looking for edge help for a while, and the whole Clowney thing was definitely more clown shoes. Needs refinement, but an absolute penetration monster. So him, Jeffrey Simmons, Landry getting after it. I like it. 23. So you got the Jets. So again, you're building around Darnold. You got him Waddle up at the top of the draft, and now get some protection, baby. Alex Leatherwood. I like Leatherwood, man. I like his attitude. I like that he can play tackle. He can play some guard. Probably slightly better at tackle, but plop him in at right tackle opposite of Mekhi Becton. You got bookends for the next half decade. You're looking pretty good there. Next could go Mayfield. Yeah, but Mayfield goes next. 24 Steelers. Now, Steelers could go Mac Jones in this spot, but it does seem like they are sold on Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins if and when Big Ben retires, which I actually think he will. So, Jalen Mayfield, tackle out of Michigan, makes a lot of sense because Villanueva is probably going to leave in free agency. Mike Pouncey sounds like he's going to retire as well, so they could have a lot of needs right away on that offensive line, and just getting a guy like Mayfield, where not flashy, just a nice meat and potatoes offensive lineman, you're good. 25. Jacksonville Jaguars from the Rams. J.C. Horn. Yeah, it's funny. They're replacing Ramsey with the pick that they got from for a cornerback. So J.C. Horn pairing up with C.J. Henderson. Could go offensive line, especially if they lose Cam Robinson in free agency, protecting your investment in Trevor Lawrence. But yeah, J.C. Horn at this spot, I think, might be too much value, and they got two really nice cornerbacks going forward. 26 Browns. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. So drama ratcheted up to 11. The Browns made the playoffs. They won a playoff game, beat the Steelers. But I don't know. Is Stefanski really sold on Baker Mayfield? Like, I think he got the best out of Baker this year, except bad Baker is still around and chilling. Now, I mean, the Browns could have some needs at edge. They could have some needs at cornerback. They're pretty much good to go on offensive line and skill position. Well, maybe wide receiver in this spot. That would actually make sense. But, man, Stefanski, he wanted his own guy. Andrew Berry wanted his own guy. I don't know. But, wow. I mean, just imagine the drama and the storylines. Baker has a replacement draft in the first round. Doesn't get that big-time extension. The kiss. Chef's kiss. I like it. I like drama. Let's go. 27 Ravens. So annoying. Jalen Phillips coming out of Miami. Again, they lose Judon, who was on the franchise tag. They lose Yannick the freaking Ngakoue in free agency. Plus, they get compensatory pick for both of them. Then they just replace them with a great edge rusher at the end of the draft. It's annoying. 28 Saints. Kyle Trask. Oh, my goodness. So this might be the only Saints option, given their cap situation. Like, they're not going to be players for Stafford or Deshaun. They're not going to be able to spend up in free agency for a guy that could potentially leapfrog Jameis. So this may be it. They meet, and also they only have 3 draft picks, and they'll probably get 1 compensatory pick. So, I mean, this is it. They may just have to overdraft the 6th best quarterback in this draft. So, there you go. Good luck with that, Saints fans. Who dat? Kyle Trask that. Next up, Bills, 29. Well, they're either going to be 29 or 30. I don't care. I'm not waiting till the end of this game. Anyway, whatever. Taking Rondale Moore. So you got Stephon Diggs, you got Cole Beasley. Well, let's just make this 3 fun, undersized wide receivers. Rondale Moore is electric. I love him. It's annoying that he goes to the Bills. If you can get past the fact that he's had injuries the last 2 years, and his last really good tape was 2018, I think he'll be fine. 30, Packers, taking Zaven Collins, linebacker out of Tulsa. Woo, woo. Him and Kamal Martin in the middle. Getting it. I like it. 31, so you got the Bucks, probably going to lose Shaq Barrett in free agency, taking the edge rusher Jason Owe. Wow. I mean, Jason Owe is like an absolute scary freak. He is. And it's ironic that he's going to be posted up opposite of JPP because, I mean, physically, you got the length, you got the speed. Owe's, probably 6/10, 3/10 faster in the 40. 6/10 would be impressive. But, man, I mean, the rich get richer. It's really gross. Lastly, the Chiefs picking up defensive line depth. Christian Barrimore coming out of Alabama. Now, they can play him on the edge in some packages, but kicking inside next to Chris Jones, that's just gross. That's just gross, man. It is. Guys that didn't make it. So, Joke didn't make it. And I understand that could be like a joke in of itself, but I just couldn't find like a really good spot for him. It's weird this time around, but yeah, I'm sure he'll still go first round. Trevor Morig, the safety, as well as Jevon Hollins. I think they may be the only 2 potential first round safeties. Nick Bolton out of Mizzou. Tutu Atwell, who Daniel Jeremiah had the first round of his draft, as well as Aaron Robinson and Wizariki, Joe Tryon, blah, blah, blah. Kadarius Toney. Now, you could swap out Toney with Rondale Moore. I won't be mad at you. Or you could put Toney to the Browns as opposed to Mac Jones. Woo! Heat. Najee Harris. I think Etienne is pretty clearly one over Harris, but I mean, teams may prefer Najee Harris because he's a little bit larger. Rashad Bateman, Terrace Marshall didn't quite make it. Brady Christensen out there chilling. Wyatt Davis, no matter what, with the injury. Barrimore made it. That's a typo. Davion Nixon, Carlos Basham Jr., Dylan Moses, Sante Samuel Jr., etc. did not make it as well. So that is it. That is look at mock draft. I don't know, 17.0. We got some craziness. We got some big time trades. 6 quarterbacks going in the first round. Mac Jones sitting behind Baker Mayfield. Woo! I like it. I like it, man. But your thoughts, let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support our work, follow some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.